Over the last year, I bought two different heat presses. One was the Silhouette Cloche, the other was the AutoPress from HTVRont. Two very different machines. Both of them have their pros and cons, so let's talk about which one might be right for you. Hi, I'm Brenda Lambert. I'm a TJC licensed instructor for Silhouette. You found your way to Silhouette Success. Today we're going to figure out which machine is going to fit your needs best because everybody crafts differently. Heat presses are super expensive machines. They take up a lot of room and you want to make sure you get the one that's right for you the first time around. A while back I created a studio shortcut cheat sheet so I could have it right next to my computer. I printed it out and pressed it onto a Sublimation mouse pad. You can see right there's a definite line. There's a little bit of ghosting, and that is because I needed to shift the sublimation halfway through the process to get to pressing the other side. The pressing area on the crochet is just not big enough for a project like this. I did purchase the AutoPress just a little while ago and decided to give the mouse pad another try with that machine instead, and here are the results here. It's almost a perfect press. I had it misaligned just a little bit, so I have this white edge. That was totally my fault. There are no lines, there's no ghosting, and the colors are just a little bit more vibrant on that one. So both machines will do sublimation. The temps on both machines get high enough to achieve that, but depending on the size of your project, one will be better than the other. Let's take just a quick minute to look at how I set this up in Silhouette Studio so you can do your own sublimation projects, and then we'll get back to looking at both presses individually. Printing your sublimation projects from Silhouette Studio is super simple. Let's start with the page setup panel. I'm going to click over to the second tab and turn on this show print border. Next, we're going to go up to File, down to Merge, and find our file. Mine is named Studio Shortcuts. Double click to bring that onto your mat. And now we need to right click, flip it horizontally, scale it to the right size. My mouse pad is actually 9 inches wide, but I want to go just a little bit larger to make sure I can get it pressed edge to edge without any white showing. Let's do 9.15 here and enter. Now at this point, you can either flip your media to landscape or you can rotate your image. I'm going to go ahead and rotate my image. In the transform panel, I'll go to the third tab, which is rotate. Simply click on 90. Now we can get it centered to page. Everything is within the print border. That is perfect. Let's go back up to File, down to Print. Click on Print, and that's going to bring up your printer settings. I'm using the EcoTank 3760 for this. It is super simple to convert. It sounds difficult, but all you're doing is putting in sublimation ink instead of the ink that comes with the printer. It's going to save you a ton of money, and it works just as well. Once I've selected my printer, I like to go down to More Settings and just make sure that my paper and quality are correct. I'm using plain paper and my quality is set to high. We can click on OK and then print. Now, I pressed this a few months ago using the Silhouette Cloche. It heats up beautifully, but because the pressing area is so small, I had to shift it for a second press, which left this permanent line and a bit of ghosting. We can do better than that. Now, don't get me wrong, while the compact lightweight size of the Silhouette Cloche is fantastic for travel or small spaces, its pressing area is only 6 by 10 inches. And that's why edge-to-edge sublimation projects struggle. For a flawless sublimation transfer that is larger than that 6 by 10, we really need the 15 by 15 pressing area of a flatbed machine like the HTVRont AutoPress. It covers the entire blanket once, handles the heavy pressure sublimation requires, and works completely hands-free. Now let's compare the two. This is the first one that I did with the crochet. You can see the line, you can see some of the ghosting. It's overall not the best quality. Now the second one was done with the HTVRont press. You can see there is absolutely no funky lines. There is no shifting, and I think that it's just a bit more vivid. So let's just wrap this up. The crochet is small, very lightweight. You do get this adorable little mini press, which is perfect for rhinestones, sleeves, baseball caps, etc. Very little embellishments. The pressing area is 6 by 9. It does have the automatic pressure feature. There is no pressure adjustment on this, and the temperature dial has low, medium, and high. There is only one time setting on this. It's 45 seconds. After 45 seconds, you will get the beep, open it up, and your press is done. Now with the auto press, it has a pull out drawer. The pressing area is 15 by 15. That is quite large. You're able to set the temperature and the time accurately on this. The AutoPress also has a set pressure. There is no pressure adjustment on this. And the press is all automated. When you press this button here, it automatically goes down and it will lift itself back up when the timer is done. If you're looking for something reliable and portable, you're going to want to grab the crochet. If you need something a little beefier, a little more accurate, with a much larger pressing area, I would highly recommend the HTVRont AutoPress. I'll link both of these in the description below. I'm going to be taking the Silhouette Cloche with me this weekend to the property up north. She will live in my crafting shed. I will be using the HTVRont AutoPress here at home. Both have their place, both do the job. Let me know in the comments which one you prefer. Go create something amazing, and I'll see you in the next video.